is the end of the over. Yes, it is. End of the 13th over. 133 for 3 now. So that has been a successful over, at least in breaking up the partnership and sending Boyce back. She was the wicket to fall in that previous over by Issy Wong. But at the moment, it is hard work for the bowling and fielding side out there.
I would say this. If Nat Sciver-Brunt is still there in the final over, this is going to be a 200.
I'm with you. Well, they're on for it. After 10 overs, 95 for 2.
Great challenge for the youngster Hannah Baker coming back on here, though, against Sciver-Brunt. Wow.
So Baker it is. And Sciver-Brunt leaps back and cuts away as a fielder diving a backward point. But the ball's passed up, another 4 runs.
Did that go past her on the full? Was that a miscue? Or did she hit it into the ground? Let's have a look at the pictures on the feed. Welcome aboard if you're following us via the Blaze feed. Welcome to if you're via the BBC Cricket home page. Yeah, she thought she was gone then. She scooped that off the lower part of the bat and it's just floated over the top of the fielder. That's really frustrating for the Sparks. Beth Ellis was unable to reach it.
Baker in again. It's full, and this time Sciver-Brunt plays that shot that she does going across the line. Goes down to long on. They get a single. I love watching Sciver-Brunt do that, where she just leans back and you don't know whether she's going to carve it one way or the other. But love watching her play off the back foot. That's Bryce on strike now. It's full and on the leg side and called a wide, in fact, by the umpire. So she'll have to go back and bowl that one again. And again, over the wicket, floats it up. This time, it's straight up in the air, just clears the fielder at mid-off. And in fact, runs all the way to the boundary for 4. It didn't think it was. That is just a perfect example of how quick this outfield is.
If it gets past you, give up chasing. And Eve Jones was in the race to try and catch the ball for the first 10 yards out of the circle. Once it dropped in front of her, it just kicked on.
Well, it looked like it was just going to drop and wedge. This time, some nice little reverse paddle from Bryce. And it is going to be another unsuccessful chase. And yet another boundary. Hard work for the fielders. Catch it or that's it.
The only time the ball has gone beyond a fielder and it's not gone for a boundary was that very, very high shot that sort of bounced and stopped.
Yes.
And that was flicked back. But other than that, anything on the deck, once it hits the deck, you're in trouble. And they're switching the field around. They're trying to put somebody a bit quicker there. I don't think it makes an enormous amount of difference, to be honest.
No.
This is going to be a 200-plus score the way things are going.
It looks promising at the moment. Bryce is on 11 off 4. She comes down and just whips that one off her toes down towards deep mid-wicket. And they'll just get a single there. Yeah, really testing. It must be so frustrating too for the bowlers at this time. They're not knowing what to bowl. Nothing seems to be working. And they've got so little protection.
They'll all come off saying, it's a batter's game, this.
They've got 4 on the ring on the offside. Baker comes in, and that is pounded straight down the ground by Sciver-Brunt. It won't get a boundary. The sound off the bat made you think it was going all the way, but there are 2 fielders fairly straight. So that is the end of the 14th over, 149 for 3, and we are absolutely on for a 200 score here at Grace Road.
Hannah Baker, 2 overs for 24. It's a real baptism of fire for this season for her. A 19-year-old from King Swinford in the Black Country. I know people think very highly of her.
On the Black Country? That's near Birmingham, right?
Yeah.
That's because I live in Birmingham. Sounded familiar.
So King Swinford is sort of not far from, sort of between Wolverhampton and Dudley, that sort of in that triangle.
Right.
Up there.
I've been to the Black Country Museum a few times.
Yeah, well, those of us who grow up in Birmingham, you inevitably go there on school trips at some point, which I have done.
I take visitors there from Australia.
Yeah,